John Hale, we will start with you. Go ahead.
Cal, how much when Kellen is shooting like he has the last 2 weeks or 2 games, does that just kind of open up things for everybody in your offense?
Well, and again, we're not a team, we only took 23s. You know, I should be taking 43. No. You're trying to win at the highest level. There are games you're going to take 20, 15, maybe 22. Anytime my team has taken 33s, we've lost. Now, maybe it's the way I coach, I don't know. But what we did today was we continued to pass to each other. We had one guy that drove past some passes that he could have made that led to turnovers, that led to them getting back in before the half. But the reality of it is we had 27 assists. That's how you play basketball. That's how you create for each other.
Kyle Tucker will go to you, and then Larry Vaughn.
You put Oscar back in there. He ended up out rebounding Western by himself. Why did you want to let him chase some more? Was he going for 30? And what did you make of just the effort there?
I got mad. I got mad because we had some guys, your minutes, and if you're not going to play, you're out. I'll put the guys back in. I'm not settling for that. There's a high standard here. And then a minute later, I put them back in. But I think you got to hold kids to a standard and hold them accountable. So I took them out, and then I put them back in. And they wanted me to leave them in to go get 30 rebounds, and I just didn't want to do it. I just said 28's enough, leave them alone.
What did you think, though, of that effort? I mean, 28 is the record.
Well, in the first half, and we told them, you better shoot it quick on this kid, because if you try to bounce it and move, he's just 7 foot. He doesn't move. And the kid blocked the shot, made it hard. When he was able to catch it and go right to the basket, he scored. But in the first half, they out-rebounded us. Rick went to that 1-3-1. It confused us a little bit. We were able to talk about it at halftime. I said at halftime, they're either going to do one of two things. They're going to go man-to-man, or they're going to play that 1-3-1. And they went man-to-man. And so we were trying to run some of our grinded stuff to create opportunities, and the kids did well. How about Kellen Grady? How about Jacob Toppin? I mean, and it's not his skill. It's just energy, getting after. Now, he had some breakdowns. There were some rebounds he needed to go get, but his energy was terrific. Our speed with Savir and Tai. Kellen flies. I was happy to see Davion make a shot or two. But it's, look, we're a good team. I know I always say, is it your opinion or your hope? We're a good team. When we pass the ball and play this way, we're a good team. And so, like I said, it's a great way to go to Christmas. Back-to-back 2 really good games with unbelievable energy. It's good to go to Christmas. I mean, I told them, how many of you guys this morning at the shoot-around, how many of you guys are ready to go for Christmas? Who was the first person to raise their hand? Me, I'm ready. And they all laughed and they said, we're all ready. Well, let's have a great game so we can have a good Christmas. And a great game means we're going to be the best defensive team, and we're going to play extremely hard, harder than the guy we're playing. And they did it.
Jerry Tipton will go to you, and then Larry Vaughn.
Yeah, John, I hope I can ask two questions, but just a few games ago, Kellen was struggling with his shooting. What do you think made the difference there?
He and I went to the gym and I worked with him, and it's me. Not really. I took him out at North Carolina. He passed up on 2 shots. You're out. I won't pass him up again. How many has he passed up to step out of bounds in the corner? Now, the other thing was the reason you're having to pass up a shot you're catching it like it's horse game and you're dropping it before, now he doesn't. If he's open, wherever he catches it, he shoots it from there. Well, now you're gonna get it off. I'm trying to get Davion to do the same thing because he drives by jump shots. And now you put yourself in jeopardy. And those turnovers end up being breakouts. So just shoot it. So in the second half, Davion took a shot at the top of the key. He missed it, but we rebounded it. We kicked it out and Keon ended up getting an and one and a 3 points. Now he could have driven it and turned it over and then break out for them. That's why I'm saying shoot balls.
Hey, John, the other question I wanted to ask. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, you had 27 assists. How does that number play on your mind?
Well, we're trying to get 18 a game. 20 would be better, but 18. And part of it is you got to make the baskets. So it's hard to get assists when you go 2 for 19. Or you're missing every jump shot, or you're missing stick back easy baskets. It's hard. So you got to make baskets. But how about this? But you got to make the pass. And the only way he'll get open is you're not trying to make the play yourself. You're just giving it up and moving it. We got ball movement. We then drive, and all of a sudden, the guys that collapsed on the weak side, we get a good shot on a good pass.
Larry Bach, go ahead.
John, could you just look at Ty's stat sheet and kind of tell me what you see there? And that's just kind of the efficient game you expect from him?
Yep, that's who he is. He's a terrific player. You know what else he is? He's a good defender. He's a good rebounder. And he's comfortable in his own skin.
John Hale, we'll go back to you, and then Kyle Tucker.
Cal, is Dante injured or something else going on there?
Yeah, he hurt himself in practice. I went to stick Lance in, and Lance said, "Coach, I'm not feeling right. I'm not loose or whatever. I'm fine with it." I mean, because I was going to Lance and said, let Damian play. So that's what happened. And I asked Dante before the game, "How you feeling?" "Nah, I'm a little shaky."
Kyle Tucker.
Cal, this is 2 straight really, really good performances.
Kyle,
Kind
go
of.
ahead.
Can you hear me? Can
Yeah,
you guys
go
hear
ahead,
me?
Kyle.
Yeah, this is 2 straight really good performances for you guys coming on, not necessarily short week, but short notice on the opponent and having to scramble on who you're playing. Is there something about this team that sort of when it's a challenge like this, maybe they respond or is there anything?
I got a very, very smart basketball team. And this is crazy. I got some older guys that understand how to be engaged, how to be laser focused. They know because they play. I got some young guys that are still learning. But I got a veteran group.
Jerry, back to you.
Yeah, John, I wanted to ask you about the tornado relief. I think they said 4.6 million. And I wondered what you thought when the governor was introduced at halftime. There were boos from a number, I don't know how many, but audible boos. What do you think of that?
Well, because you're telling me, Jerry, there may have been 6 people boo, and you'll say there were boos. I
No,
will
there was
tell
more
you
than
that that doesn't bother me. It's all what our state government is doing to help our people. We raised 4.7 million. I think they gave 100,000 to the game to the American Red Cross. And so now the whole point is, where are we putting this money? We got to get money in people's pockets, like money, but we're going to have to do something about housing. It's got to be long-term. How are we rebuilding downtowns? I mean, we went down, and again, we did some shoes, which are immediate stuff, but we raised $5 million. So now it becomes a chore of government, and it's got to be public-private. There's no question. But today, and let me thank all the fans. I know the fans knew it wasn't our fault that we had to place Western. And I'm telling you, I'm so happy for Western and Rick that they were able to join us in this and then have people see a good game. Like, we played well. It's not that they beat Louisville by 10, could have been more. They beat Mississippi. They played, whether it was Memphis on the road, his team is good. That's an NCAA tournament team. They'll go in their league. They'll be in their league championship race and the tournament championship race. And we beat them pretty good. But I will tell you that, you know, all of it, from our governor to our legislature, it's all hands on deck. How about this? Federal government, FEMA, let's go. And it's got to happen now. I will go back to Mayfield, to Dawson Springs. I talked to the high school coach. He's bringing up his team to watch us practice. I mean, if they call me to come down, I will be down first thing I can be there. If there's any way, any of us, and I know that's all of our coaches. That's Mitch. What Mitch did today to say we're giving money to this, that's a big deal. And just appreciate what he's doing.
Got time for one or two more. John Hale, go ahead.
You talk a lot about not letting go of the rope over the years. Both these games this week, it was looking like it was going to get close at halftime, and then your guys kind of turned it into a blowout after that. What does that say about this team's progression?
I think conditioning wise, that the other guys know, like, holy cow, these guys don't stop. And again, free throws. I'm going to say it again. They shot more than us. They did. But I'm telling you, those floaters, and you saw them, the inside out stuff, Oscar next to the basket. The one good thing is we ended up shooting, does it say 56%? I can't see it.
Yeah, on my side.
But the game doesn't stop. Here we come. We're pressing, we're running. It doesn't stop. And that's the way we want the game. Now, we're going to be playing teams. They're going to try to shorten the game. So I got to figure out ways when they're trying to throw 15, 20 passes before they play. What are we going to do? How do we say you're not playing that way? Well, we different things like that. And I got some time over Christmas that I'll look at some things. If they're trying to hold it, what are we going to do? How are we going to play? But I'm happy that these guys get to go home for Christmas. It's been, and again, I'll say, if anybody wants to know about Ohio State and how they play, I watched about 5-6 hours. If you want to know about Louisville and how they play, I watched about 5-6 hours of that tape. So you're right. It was a quick turn to play North Carolina, and this team tells you really sharp, smart players who are engaged and are really focused on how do we got to do this to win.
Guys, I got a coach on the road. We'll bring out Oscar and Kellen here in a few minutes.